Hey guys, we're back with some more followers on Nagash, or whatever this mess of a campaign has become. Chat has done a good job messing up this campaign, and this is not sarcasm or anything. The chat has actually done a campaign where it might not be actually winnable. Messed up with Fallout New Vegas earlier, and we couldn't really start the DLC, but the game was crashing all the time. Just wasted time off stream trying to fix it. Wish I'd done some other things. Trying to sleep, thinking about that and this mess of a campaign. Man, you can't even sleep. Can't even sleep. So decided to do a surprise stream here and play some more of this Followers on Nagash. We are with part 5 here. This is the second time we play Followers on Nagash. And also, there's no house rules in this campaign. It was one of the master campaigns, but the special is on. Special is people can donate through special donations to interact with the campaign, sabotage campaign pretty much. And this campaign we had 13 treacheries, 6 chat roars, 2 desertions, 5 sabotages, and 1 theft. I was going okay until the main army lost the battle, and since the chat roars all got killed, we had to declare war with the rest of the world. Because every time the chat roar gets destroyed, we need to do 4 treacheries. Hey Tinder, thank you for the support. Hey Bress. I don't even know how the hell we salvage this. Now that the wars are coming, it's even worse. We're taking a hammer, and we try to destroy hammer in the southern Badlands.
Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
Hey BS, have they changed anything since last time I played Nagash? Yeah, they did. They nerfed Arcana a bit, added pointless skill to his flavor units, and the full war, the vision changes and the experience changes have made the campaign even harder. We're at war with 37 factions. This campaign is not that hard if you know what you're doing, because you can pick 1, 2, 3 enemies at a time. But since the nature of this campaign and the sabotage with the chat has become almost impossible. The only thing we can do right now is just to try to survive while the reliability rating goes up. And we have to start making peace treaties. That's the only way to survive, because it's 93 turns and we cannot even recruit any Tomb Guard. Chet has done a very good job sabotaging the campaign. And I say this, you know, with pride. You guys have done a good job. They did donate $330 to put this campaign, you know, almost impossible.
My will be done.
There were some surprises this campaign, and the book armies are a problem. The book army from north is invaded here. We managed to defeat them, and since then they become AFK since they lost the book. But the second book army that arrived here pretty much became a horde, and they're not only guarding the book, but also have expanded and recruiting more armies. If you hold space on the campaign map, there's overlays, and you can check the various options, but it's the floating information you want. You just click this lock.
the casket of souls.
Defeated that army here. We really need to get rid of these guys here. Try to get rid of this area here while holding Hammery. We can take the Black Pyramid, because if we do, it's gonna be just one more site. We're getting invaded from the east, and then having issues with Doom Kingdoms and Southernburg to the south. What would the easiest Doom King faction to start with? Setter, of course. Setter is not only the strongest Doom King, has the best bonuses, and also is one of the best melee experts in the game.
My dynasty reigns supreme. Hekara rises from the
We need to try to seg this to get some gold. We have plenty of gold right now, but we have nothing. We are losing settlements, we have no military infrastructure. And it's turn 93. We really need these buildings. This is probably the most important Tomb King building in the game. The Royal Barracks. Mainly to get tomb guards for your armies. As a quality infantry. On tier 4 the most important one is the Statue of Pact. And on tier 5 the Hero Titan, of course. Tips for Faye. I'm turn 36, still haven't left the base due to invasions, terrible world events. Well, I suggest you watch my Carcassonne campaign. We might have not done the farming of the rebellions, of the incursions, but pretty much the point is here the Greenskin incursion event happens, and for 20 turns you get bad control. To fix it, you need to go take down the Greenskins. I think I did that in my last campaign, but even better, you recruit Lord number 2, Lord number 3, Lord number 4, and just farm the Greenskins for 20 turns. This is one of the most powerful starts of any faction in the game. And after that, do whatever you want. Start confederating, take Bretonia, and then into Southlands.
Petra watches.
The Bretonians don't pay extra upkeep for more armies. So your strongest unit in the beginning is a Lord. So use Fey Enchanters and 3 more Lords to farm experience, items, levels. These Lords are gonna be your generals later on. As you do that, you slowly build up and confederate the rest of the Bretonians. The really only threat for that campaign should be Clan Scryer. Everything else should be convenient. Of course, there's some RNG stuff that can happen, but you know, that's not very consistent. What books have I maintained? This faction starts with the 9th book of Nagash. 7 Vampire Count units, pretty underwhelming. And we got the book for the jars and research. The book came to us because we declared war on the book army.
I deem it.
50-50, yeah. Well, I do need to win this one.
Arise, my legions. Run.
You understand how the Bretonian confederations work? Because you need to time it out with technologies. You confederate when you're ready, not before. When you understand how the confederation works, Bretonia is so powerful. Bretonia is actually overpowered. They were strong since day 1, but now pretty much overpowered. It's Roti.
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit? Holy
And hey, Mr. Markin, thank you for 8 months. Did I update this actually? It's updated. We need to grind them down here. They're actually, if honestly, if I was had what they have, I would probably win the battle. But we need to somehow win this. We have extra armies, but we don't have enough units to have good armies. Which means we are done missing military infrastructure. Unlike most other factions in the game, this faction has actually need to build military buildings to get better military. King Roman can't keep getting away with it. Well, yeah. Who's gonna step up and take a man of the month this month from Roman? Just, I think Roman is set on it this month, so good luck with it.
So be it.
Yeah.
This is well.
This is winnable, but probably gonna lose most of our skeletons. We do have my will be done. The Tomb Kings have buff on nearby units, and courage, and curse when they lose health, so they're pretty nasty to deal with.
Attack! Tomb King.
This thing actually went directly like this.
Sepulchral majesty.
This unit actually has the revivification crystal. 7 charges. This is the reason why they win this spell by default. But the AI doesn't know how to use stuff like this. They used on this unit.
Tomb King.
Well, campaign before this one was Vampire Count's royalty. Have you not seen the last one with the Strigo? Try to watch a TV show, but when you have a campaign going on like this, you just can't really enjoy it. I mean, when you have a campaign in a state like this, I can't even sleep properly. Just like my mind just keep thinking about it, and then I spend like 2 hours just lying in bed. Don't have the damage, but we have the numbers. We have additional armor, but not much defense. This lord is low rank. But leadership still looks pretty good. As long as we keep the circle here. This circle is encouraged. They don't have any artillery. When you stack units, they're weak to explosions. But if they have no explosions, stacking units is good. They will get tired faster, but units like this will do better when they're stacked. Stuff like oh, looks like it's not refreshed here. Apparently the flank is not secured here.
My will be done.
This one can do a lot of damage if it's used correctly.
Tomb King.
Oh, he pretty much used all the healing here.
I am reborn. Break them. Carry on, Lord.
They're telling me this thing will escape.
Bow to me.
That mess, man. That mess.
Petra,
Don't chase it, it will actually come back.
That's me.
Can't send the Lord over, we need the leadership. Bank secure. Just I'll get a little bit closer here. I wish I could recover units with 5% health. They're just healing again. Well, they use it pretty good, this bell. Healing should be stronger than this thing. Especially since he has to share splash damage with the skeletons. Gonna get max use with it for sure. Carnosaurus going in. Carnosaurus is a ridiculous mess. I'll get stuck in a bunch of spearmen. So we're basically tanking with Skellies. They are slowly poking the enemies, while the Lord is going after one target after another. Attack. Where does he get extra attack? I has discipline now. Extra 2 leadership, extra 2 attack. Yeah, discipline. Very nice. Still will restore vigor in the back. Battle Carnosaur has image psychology, huh? Huh. This unit is image psychological attacks, fear and terror. This unit can cause terror, making its melee target proud for a short time. Units that cause terror are immune to terror and fear themselves. Huh. Immune to psychology, huh? Hey Victor, what do you think about all the little games? Some are pretty good, but the Warhammer has spoiled everything. They're hard to play them anymore. Eventually they're gonna release a good Total War game again, and we'll get to have good replay value again. Rotate the low vigor unit. So basically, what's the issue with Carlos out here?
Bring my chariot.
Supposed to be a kind of like a duelist against large, but still provide some melee experting. And a Lord is in this big mess of skeletons. Basically, the way the Carnosaur fights, the Lord is like just like any of these skeletons here. It's hard for the Carnosaur to fight the Lord and the skeletons at the same time. Even if they focus on the Lord, it will hit skeletons more than the Lord. Why not attack? Our units are low threat, so they're sending units at a time. We don't have any range.
Tomb King. Forward.
That's the behavior when there is no aggro.
Legions, forward. Usa takes on me. Charge! Unliving king.
So they basically just send a couple units at a time. Keep in mind, we are the ones attacking here. And as we get closer, we aggro some of the units.
Takes on me.
Let's get some attack here.
Bow to me. Takes on me. Kill. Move. Tomb King. For Nehekara.
And resurrect here. I feel like getting resurrect in the Sphinx is the way to go always in these guys. Always start with the battle skills for the resurrect. Resurrect might be one of the best skills Tomb Kings have,
Yes.
since they don't have invocation on hack. It also works on the contracts.
The crowd worships me. I move.
These guys were weak to combat. Should get closer.
Confront majesty.
There's a buff we provide with this guy.
King.
My will be done. It's almost worth it just to have on all the units here. But we need to use his stats to fight off their characters.
Fight!
These Lance have a pretty crazy health pool, but as a fighter they're pretty weak.
Tomb King.
Cycling charge is gonna kill so many skeletons here.
Tomb King. My will be done.
Be done.
For Nehekara.
The guy survived with 200 health. He's actually getting healed by the apotheosis. This is a high magic slan, or you know, wizard that casts apotheosis, 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 and more apotheosis, 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 apotheosis. And you know, when it gets more juice, there is more apotheosis, 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 apotheosis. And those Saurus can kill 1,000 skeletons each. Need to save the Ushapti for the good right moment. What does that slan thing he can do? Slan cannot handle a Tomb King 1-on-1. Might as well be a decrepit Lich Priest. Apotheosis, 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 apotheosis. The biggest problem in this battle are the Saurus. Saurus are made for a grind like this.
Tomb King. The crowd worships me.
This guy will recover and he'll cast more apotheosis. It's not looking very good here. Especially because our units are getting tired now with this. We might be able to route this one. This guy's been cycle charging for over 5 minutes. Breaking this one is possible. He's definitely not taking a single casualty. Oh, they're taking 2 now. 100 on this one. Why use a little high magic for healing when Lord of Life exists? Well, if I know this question, man, you know, I would know the meaning of life and, you know, why the CA does things, you know, that's the way they do it. The thing is, the way Apotheosis is designed, it's just below average spell. So it's not really healing. It's kinda like regeneration. But why would you create a short-term regeneration and actually like healing? If Apotheosis was actually granting a unit regeneration for the rest of the combat, now that would actually be a good spell, right? Guys are actually not large. If I don't use the Shapti here, those guys will never die. Maybe they're stuck now. Been second charging non-stop. Unbinding 57 seconds. So not damage for 57 seconds and then they start taking damage.
alone shall restore Nehekara. Raise it all.
Second.
Power. My dynasty reigns.
And we'll occupy it. This place will easily fall to the next attacker. It starts with 6 armor and 9 armor. And 12 armor. This is a little bit where it becomes a little tricky. This zone is just horrible. This is all under fog of war. And you don't even see who is coming from the north. You pretty much need 2 heroes if you're at war to see what the hell is going on here. A hero can actually move through this area here and still miss army here. Emery is getting stomped by dwarves. Dwarves will probably stomp everybody and take over everything. We currently can't fight them. Is this guy again aggressive?
I keep my own counsel.
This one is just eternal, huh?
Advance.
I mean, it could be worse. There could be more than 2 dwarf armies here.
Not
But dwarves are basically taking this area without losing any units.
Yours is not to question. Land of the dead. Breeds of the Hekara.
I have to deal with this. And we still have to stay close to Hammery.
My master will return.
It's a pretty good movement there.
Find my heart.
I need to clear this army here. And get rid of these book armies before we can fight the Southern Realms here. Al-Haik is a cursed city this campaign.
My will be done. Legions move. Strike on my command. Immortality and power. Stride for greatness. Open the liber mortis.
Hide all armies here. Let's see what they do. I don't know who is even moving here. Pretty mad. This is our territory, it's a road here. You know, I don't mind them doing vision like this, but when you don't even see your roads, there's no way to improve vision on commandments or anything. Even the heroes are blind. There is a hero can stand here, and the army can be here, and the hero will not see it. Conceal this army. This character does not have enough movement range to double his stance. Not enough movement range, huh? Huh. Going forward now. 25%, but 25 is not enough. Oh man, the dwarves will come here, not the dwarves. I don't want to see dwarves come back here. Border Prince better take this city before that. I don't care about the decimal number. If it says 25 here, it should be allowed to do 25 here. And it's not. 25, 25
Oh my
doesn't
God.
work.
Have you seen that shit? Holy shit.
Sloshi Capybara, thank you for Twitch Prime. Who's making fun of bone giants? How dare you make fun of bone giants? You can make fun of regular giants, but don't you dare make fun of bone giants.
Arise, my legions! Run!
There's a raiding army in Hammery. I find it usually the people who complain about bone giants are usually people with mentality that, you know, in their brain, you know, chemistry, it says variable sharpness is better. Bone giant is not good.
Arise, my legions! Rise!
Hammery gone. The evil dwarves are coming down their mountains. Those greenskins useless as usual.
The desolation.
That battle we had with them where we lost the main army, I think it was crippling to them. And then dwarves attacked and got rid of them. So look at this. There's we get a message that somebody's raiding here, but we don't see them. How silly is that? We know they're raiding and the game tells us where, but we don't see them. They see oversights. Nothing is really perfect. I suggest we have vision on the roads when we control the province, like we control it here. That should be a commandment or a technology. If you control a province, you have vision over all of the terrain. Preferably a commandment. But the roads should all show if you control a province.
Malfunction.
This does look like a retreat.
I serve king and patriarch. The day of awakening.
Best DLC for Warhammer 2, Tomb Kings. The Awakening. What is this guy? Aggressive, get rid of that guy. We got a wise Nekara lore. Cookies.
I am mighty, yes. I have my suspicions. Find my heart.
So we have Border Princess taking over Land of
Have you
Assassins.
seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
And the dwarves are back.
I am a rune lord.
Goddamn dwarves are back. Why are the dwarves back here? The give this mountain to anybody but these dwarves. Hey Bumblum, thank you for 9 months.
You are not him. Attack these fools. Their deaths are worthless.
One thing is, these guys are not dead yet. They still have a lord stuck in the seat which doesn't move at all. So they lost the book, and what they do, they just AFK.
For the arch necromancer.
Look at his damage.
Make it black.
Make it black. Oh, tier 2.
Dark plans. Eternally loyal.
Well, nobody is cooler than Satyr in a chariot. Nobody. It's a war zone.
Land of the dead. Find my harem.
Where is Scotty?
Dare.
Scotty will replace Fifi here. He's a Cherry King after all.
Of greatest dynasty.
Does King Roman have Tactician?
Oh my
Yes,
god.
Your Highness.
Have you seen that shit?
My
Holy
glory.
shit.
Make way. The king moves.
Need to give cherries to Scotty.
Onward, soldiers.
What is this? Leech prisoner Kara rank to learn.
Priest king of greatest
Scotty will
dynasty.
make this better use.
Move it.
Hey Rancy, thank you for 25 months.
My will be done. I deign to move.
Just get rid of these guys here, eliminate this book army. Somehow they managed to recruit another army here. And that army was no joke. These guys are glitched here, not even worth going there. Probably gonna get killed on the way. They're probably just gonna retreat. It's funny how the moment they got defeated, they got glitched. They stopped moving. Probably gonna happen in this army as well. That's the bug armies. They're not supposed to do stuff like rogue armies. They're supposed to just guard the book, patrol in their area, not be expansionist conquerors.
Address me as your highness.
He's retreating.
Advance. No.
One of great swords and handgunners will make this guy anything other but a pussy.
Servants.
I refuse.
Land of the dead.
Can you ask a question? Yeah, yeah you can.
Destroy them.
And this is what he was retreating. Look at that. He's favored on balance of power, and he did retreat.
Nehekara will be mine.
This is a pretty bad terrain for handgunners.
Who king?
Scotty has Resurrect and a Sphinx. Pretty nice. Best tanking dino. It's the Ancient Aegon. Or even better, it's King Chief on Ancient Aegon.
Obey! Move! Traverse, slaves! Go! Come now! Animus!
They're not really moving here, you know. Mortal is trying to shoot those chariots. But nobody dead in that volley.
We march! Obey and move!
It was actually just direct damage, huh? How is nobody dying there? Looks like the projectiles are exploding too early. These guys actually have extra attack and leadership against us due to new technologies. It's like a shrapnel shot from Shogun 2, except this one seems glitched sometimes.
Move, slaves!
You can turn around and charge them downhill. These units have ridiculous stats.
Tomb King.
Going a little bit downhill, but can actually use this to our advantage for a very nice charge. Healing is just good timing as well. Slow momentum there. Bastards. You do have 20% more damage in these things.
Tomb King.
Little help there. Chariots is not looking good here. They're not using all the skeletons because they want to get surrounded. Those Graces will just be fighting from the front and the back. This way half the Graces are AFK. You don't kill them faster, they kill you faster. That's what happens when you try to surround a quality unit with trash units. What the fuck they done to this unit? Did they do something to this unit? You guys seen the big crowd that was going downhill and what, 15 kill? Oh, 15 kills? That means some weird performance for sure. Almost like got ninja nerfed. Almost like it's a shit shotgun shot now. Terrible arc, but still it was a ridiculous amount of the infantry. It does feel like stuff like that should not happen. A terrain like that should not be an issue. It was ideal to shoot in the big crowd. Units with their quirks. Hey, calling. That was max range the Mang draft. That is probably what the issue was.
I alone shall restore Nagash.
It's pathetic. It looked like there was some damage, but this 16 on this.
Release.
Oh, we're coming there. We're coming.
My will be done. Address me as your highness.
Well, I keep using chariots in late game. Well, we usually have more armies than quality units, so why not? If you're doing a short campaign, you always use chariots.
Find my harem.
In the long